17 cadets graduated from the Tulsa Police Department's academy today, and what makes this class a bit unusual is 6 of them were women. That's about 35%.
Recruiting and keeping women police officers is a challenge for departments across the country, but TPD says it's doing a better job of finding good candidates and making them feel welcome on the job. The national average for city and county departments in the United States is 13% for women officers on the force. Tulsa is slightly above the national average and says today's graduation helps. A coalition of officers across the nation has started the 30 by 30 initiative, where departments get up to 30% women officers by the year 2030.
I rode along with a rookie officer and talked to a veteran officer today about the good and bad of being a woman in police uniforms, and specifically what it's like to patrol in Tulsa. Our Oklahoma's own In Focus takes a look at women behind the badge. Carla Perez worked at a hair salon, a restaurant, even cleaned houses before she decided she wanted a career that wouldn't be the same every day, but would make a difference. And that's when she applied to the Tulsa Police Academy. And now she's been on the job for 3 years.
There have been days where we just go from a simple stolen vehicle call to next thing we know, we're getting shots fired or we're getting a stabbing, and we have to respond to that as quickly as possible.
Carla was recently among the first half-dozen officers on the scene of a possible active shooter call at a Tulsa middle school, and she helped clear the building. It didn't turn out to be a shooter, but Carla says she was ready.
There has been situations where I've been like, oh, this is not pretty, but this is my job, this is my profession, this is what I'm going to do, and I'm here to help, and so that's just mentally prepare myself for the worst.
She likes the work, but says some people still don't respond well to seeing a woman officer arrive.
It goes both ways. You get those that are like, uh-oh, it's a police woman. Normally they're a lot more meaner than the males, and you get others that are like, oh no, she can't do anything, she won't do anything. So it's a little bit of both.
Chief Wendell Franklin says he thinks his department has done a much better job of making sure that women officers feel welcome on the department. And a veteran we talked to says she's definitely seen an improvement.
We've changed a lot through our department now from even when I first came on 10 years ago, in how women are respected or even communicated with on the department between coworkers. And so now I think we have a much better relationship. There's more respect.
Angela was in college when she met some Tulsa police officers and decided to do a ride-along, and that convinced her this was the career for her. She's encountered some people who tell her they won't deal with a woman officer and people who size her up, so she's learned to walk a fine line.
You don't want to come off super aggressive, but sometimes you got to be pretty blunt in order to drive a point home with individuals that may not respect you because you are a woman.
Both officers encourage women to consider this profession and do a ride-along just to get a feel for it.
You can't go wrong with it.
Absolutely, give it a try.
You do need to be between 21 and 45 to be a Tulsa police officer, as well as a U.S. citizen, and have at least a high school diploma. You can apply at jointpd.com.